I was even watching today on Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix and shit, and they do all sorts of shit, murder mysteries, everything. But they talked about, I believe it was Minnesota or Utah, no, Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. Right near Lake Michigan and everything. And it's one of the largest UFO sightings in all of American history and possibly just history in general. Right? This is kind of up there with that whole South African school that you told me about. Yeah. This kind of up there with that. Really? They didn't have a personal sighting like that, but there are multiple sightings, and one of them was by a meteorologist who was literally in like a aircraft controller room documenting it to the local authorities and to his superiors. So there isn't just, it's not just kids and families seeing lights. There's also a guy with a radar thing fucking telling you, all right, they're at 5,000 feet. Oh, wow, they went all the way up to 55,000 feet. Oh, they're here. And basically, so you have all these people, and this dude's an expert in meteorology and aircraft shit. So he's knowledgeable at the same time, and it's all matching up. And the only reason he didn't really say anything years and years ago was because he was told by his job not to say anything. And he was like, I was told that I couldn't do interviews. I couldn't see anybody about it. I couldn't even just discuss it in my personal life and stuff. And he said like the next day he came back from work and everything. Cause he did just like casually tell some people like, dude, it's crazy. I saw this shit. And the next day they were like, paper mache fucking UFOs in his office, people making fun of him. But then his job really talked to him, and they're like, do not say anything about any of this stuff at all. And he was like, dude, I was 20. He was like, I was 29. I just got my dream job as a meteorologist, and I didn't want to lose that. And he was like, and I honestly felt they were so serious that I honestly felt that if I did say something,
you're fired.
I would not only lose my job, but they would possibly ruin my career for the rest of my life. And so I didn't say anything. And now he's like retired and stuff, and he's like willing to talk about it and shit. But it's insane.
It's crazy because somebody mentioned, they were like, now, the country is talking about UFOs a lot more, right? It's because like at first it was just a joke. It was on TV cartoons and stuff like that. But then now it's kind of like they're kind of just preparing you. There's even an article.
Well, you can't see it now.
No, it's true.
Everyone has a camera.
The craziest thing, there's an article. It's online, and you can check this shit out. And the article says how to prepare yourself when bumping into an alien. Or like actually, like being next to one. Like what should I do? And it was just like, okay, whatever happened to like, if there's a tornado, go to the basement or some shit. Now they're talking about this shit. And
bro, we're getting into intergalactic problems, dog.
These are articles, and it's I forgot what magazine, but it's a prominent magazine or newspaper that actually fucking put this shit out. And it's two different companies did that. Yeah. 2 different companies. So it's just like now they're kind of like, okay, the sightings are crazy. I already told you I've seen one on Atlanta.
You have
I've seen many. I've seen 4, but recently I saw one. I'm kidding you not, guys. I seen that shit, and that shit just disappeared out of nowhere. Like I blinked, bro.
I've still never seen one. Your hand is.
Oh my gosh! Oh shit! And you know what's crazy? I went this way because I can do this.
You're like, I swear.
I'm telling you. I'm sorry, but pardon me. But I'm telling you, man, it's just so normal now. It's just.
Oh yeah.
Motherfuckers know.
I mean, it's one of those things too. It's like. Yeah, I think we've all been conditioned to. I mean, we've seen enough movies with things that don't look like us, that aren't monsters and fairies and shit, that are from another world.
Right.
So I think that is conditioned us. But I also think it's just something that human beings in life, just inherently believe. Right. I think it's foolish to think that we are the only thing here in a giant universe full of shit. Like that's why I've always, when it comes to like, religion and stuff like that, I've been more spiritual, but I don't really necessarily think that like God sits and like watches people and like dictates what's wrong and what's right. I think he just simply exists. And like I think it's just some sort of higher being. I think it just creates things and just goes along, and maybe it checks in, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, it's more just like a random animal walking through the woods. Like the universe is its woods, and the worlds that it creates are its turds. It just roams through the woods and it shits. You know, it makes these things and then it just goes. And maybe it looks and it goes, I'm going to craft this and I'm going to do this. Or maybe it doesn't. And I think it just happens. Well, there's either life or there's not life. Yeah. You know? Like. But I think it's arrogant to think that we're just like, bro, we made everything for us. It's like, nah.
You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised of like numerous people. We all think the same thing. Like, okay, maybe our solar system, there's maybe or may not be life. But think about all those galaxies out there.
Yeah, dude, there's tons and tons.
Millions of. Come on, man.
We're the fact of like, this is only one dimension.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, they've gotten into like string theory and stuff and have a decent amount of proof that other dimensions do exist and stuff from certain things. So that's also a fact in itself too. So it's like, even if we're just talking about this solar system or this galaxy or this universe, there's a whole nother one.
Yeah.
Right next door, and another one on top of that, and another one on top of that, and another one on top of that. So there has to be life in some sort of existence that is simply outside of us. You know what I mean? In some certain way. I mean, what if it's on some Men in Black shit where like we think we're these big things, but really we're truly microscopic. You know what I mean? And there's something just fucking holding us right now. And it's like, like the end of Men in Black, where it's like a marble, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, really, we're the speck within the speck within the speck of the marble. Yeah. And we don't feel anything. We're being thrown around, We're just like a giant intergalactic anal bead being shoved up some monster's ass. And that vibrates. And we're here and we're like, one day God will come back. And meanwhile, we're just up some like weird fucking tentacle monster's ass, helping it come more. I don't know.
And with that being said, Elon Musk, give us a blue check, please.
Thank you.
I think we deserve it.
We're talking nothing but truth out here.
What the fuck?
We are talking nothing but truth out here.
Like, I love when we do this. Like, oh shit, we're gonna talk about this, and that, and then we just like
we don't talk about anything.
We just like this is one of those episodes.
This is
guys.
one of those. We had literally
I don't even remember the shit that we were supposed to talk about.
We have like 5 things and we just threw it away.
Shit, man.
But it'd be like that sometimes, man.
It is interesting, man. Like I love the fact. I mean, just motherfuckers is gonna go back to the moon. Elon Musk in 3 weeks, I believe, is about to launch his SpaceX. That's gonna go straight to I think it's probably another satellite or something.
Okay.
That's gonna go to Mars, and that's gonna be in 3 weeks. I saw it on NASA's YouTube page.
Nice.
So there's a bunch of stuff
you call
that's
it
happening.
NASA.
I said Nassau because of Long Island.
Yeah, Nassau County.
NASA.
I saw Nassau County's
I said
YouTube
Nassau,
page.
Right? I call myself.
wait,
what? Nassau. Yeah, man, that shit is dope, though. I just hope that
Islip has a great space program.